Hi, Himanshu. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing fine, ma'am.
Okay. So, all ready for the interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So, Himanshu, I will go ahead and I will show you two questions on the screen.
Okay, ma'am.
It will be from microeconomics. You need to go ahead and pick one of the two questions and solve them. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
I will give you 15 minutes to go ahead and solve this question. And then
Okay, ma'am.
after that, we will go ahead and see how you solved it and we will see, where we committed some kind of mistake.
Okay, ma'am.
So let me just zoom this out. Okay, so this is the first question. The first question is from Monopoly. It includes uniform pricing and third degree price discrimination. And this is the second question. The second question is from your general equilibrium. Do one of the two, and then I will go ahead and I will discuss with you at 5:45.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, done?
Yes, ma'am. I tried the first one.
Okay, sure. So what's the first part answer? What did we do there?
So I maximized the revenue, whatever we got, because the marginal cost is 0 here. So I got the common price is 15/4.
Okay,
Then quantity in local market is 25/4,
okay.
and the neighboring town it's 5/4. The profit that I got was 450/16, which is around 28 point something.
Exactly, correct.
Yeah, so this is the first part. And for so you're saying something?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
So for the second, for the third price discrimination, I'm charging equal price as marginal cost, which is 0 here, and I'm take.
Why would we charge price as marginal cost? This is third degree price discrimination.
So here we charge that entire consumer surplus for each market.
Won't that be second degree where you will go ahead and put consumer surplus and make a two-part tariff?
Yeah, I think I mixed up the definitions.
Yes. In third degree price discrimination, shouldn't it be that I will charge price according to elasticities, and the lower the elasticity, the more the price I would be able to charge? I think the condition of MR1 equal to MR2 equal to MC.
Okay, right. Yeah, I did the other one, sorry.
You got confused with two-part tariff. This is not two-part tariff. This is two separate markets.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what you will do in this case is you will go ahead and you will find MR1.
MR1 equals MR2.
Exactly. The cost is same because I am producing the same product, but I will be able to charge different prices because the elasticities in the two market differ. So I will equate MR1,
Yes.
MR2 to MC and find the price.
Yeah. And so in this case, it will be more profitable compared to the uniform price.
It would be profitable. Yes. Okay. What about third part? Because, maybe you have done the second one incorrectly. You won't be able to compare it. So I want
demand change part.
Yes.
So in this case, I was getting price price is more than 2.5. So in that case, the neighboring market will be closed. I mean, nobody will buy there.
Okay. So price is coming out as 3.1.
3.1. Yes.
Exactly. That is what is coming out. So because it is coming out as 3.13, so I found out my quantity is minus 0.63 negative.
Yes.
No point selling. So you will go for the, okay. So now, because you cannot sell in the neighboring market, so how will you set the price for your market in that case?
I will do it according to my local market only.
Just MR equal to MC condition, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, right. So, which means that more or less you've solved it correctly, just that you got confused. Remember all the three kind of price discrimination very well. This is a very, very common kind of question that comes in exam. First degree, second degree, and third degree. Within second degree, remember two-part tariff when we talk about single consumer, in which case you will charge entire consumer surplus, and also two consumers, in which case you cannot charge consumer surplus because they have different consumer surplus. So try to do one question on that also. Two-part tariff with two consumers.
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, so now let me just quickly help you understand what is the entire process in which this interview will take place. So you would be given two questions. Although here I have provided you both the questions from micro, it can happen. It will be one micro, one math, or it can be one micro, one macro, something like this. They will give you two questions. Remember that whenever they will go ahead and give you these questions, sometimes these questions can be from this year's mistakes that you may have committed in your paper. So they may go ahead and judge you on what you did in PEB, and they may go ahead and ask you on similar lines. So for example, if there is a question on, say, monopoly, and suppose on similar lines, say they found out that you have done something incorrect in your third degree price discrimination. Now they will ask you again, and they would expect that this time you answer correctly, even though you committed a mistake while writing your PEB paper. So that may happen. Also, they will go ahead and they will go ahead and guide you throughout the interview. So for example, when I'm doing this question and say I'm stuck with the condition, and I start solving in some other direction, they will stop you. They will say you, do you think this is the right way? Don't you think we should be doing this? Take their inputs. Their inputs are very important. They are there to help you and to get through the question. So, never be adamant. Never say, no, I think I'm doing it the right way. No. Maybe they are suggesting you something which is important and it needs to be followed. So go ahead, listen to them and follow what they are saying. Okay. Also, very, very important, be calm and patient throughout the interview and explain them each and every step of what you are writing. So for example, in the first case, when you are maximizing profit, say I don't maximize profit. I simply say profit maximization condition MR equal to MC. Just tell them in a statement that, sir, because the profit maximization condition is MR equal to MC, I am directly finding marginal revenue and marginal cost and equating them. Because third degree price discrimination tells us that we can charge different price in different market based on elasticity, I am doing this. So just like you would expect someone to explain concept to you, go ahead and explain them what you're doing. Each and every step needs to be explained to them as to what you're doing and why you are doing this, right? Don't deviate from the question. ऐसा नहीं करना है that while explaining third degree discrimination, you simply start discussing something else also. That, in monopoly, the deadweight loss is very high, etc., etc. Don't put information more than what is required, because then they will start asking you questions along that new information, which we don't want. We want to stick to the question, and we just want to do that much, whatever is given to us. Okay?
Okay. And ma'am, for the math part, what do they usually ask?
So yeah, usually two main topics. Either they would be asking something from real analysis, or they would be asking something from linear algebra. Most of the times, they may ask you to prove some statement. Like, for example, if I say every quasi-concave function is also concave, something like this, then, they will just say proof, disprove. So if you're not very sure with the proofs, right, I would go ahead and suggest you that you pick up the economics part, because there you will be able to at least go ahead and tell something about the question rather than being blank.
Okay. No, ma'am, do they usually know the background of the students when they're giving or asking questions?
They do, but does not mean that once, even if let's say a student is from maths honors and the student picks up economics question, does not mean that they will start pointing out maths to you. They will stick to whatever is in the question, whatever is asked in the question. They won't deviate too much from the question.
But the math part is usually along those PEB subjective lines.
Exactly. You're right. Correct.
And for microeconomics, this market structure, general equilibrium, and intertemporal and all.
So what I will do is, once I'm done with all the interviews today, I need to take some 5-6 interviews more. So once I'm done with all of them, I will go ahead and I will prepare a final PDF of micro questions, based on whatever I have asked in today's interview. I'm asking everyone different question. So I will just club those questions along with the solution. Just go through that PDF also once. It will be based on different kind of question. It has third degree price discrimination, second degree, multi-plant, multi-output monopolist, and then questions on game theory, etc., etc. Just go through all of those also.
Okay, and then one last thing. I heard that it's kind of different in ISI Delhi and ISI Kolkata. And since last 2-3 years, it has been in ISI Delhi, and this time it's ISI Kolkata. And I heard they ask some Viva types questions rather than giving 2 questions usually. So, is there a possibility of that?
I am not expecting that they will ask Viva type question. The only difference is that they may ask you some introduction kind of question that, introduce yourself, tell us something about your, very, very basic 1 or 2 questions that tell me something about yourself, your interest, or which subject interests you the most. That may happen at ISI Kolkata, which does not happen at ISI Delhi. But more or less, the pattern is the same. They give you a question and they ask you to solve it on the board.
Okay.
So that way, they are very similar in nature. But they changed PEB pattern this time. So you never know what happens at the end. If professors change something, nobody can stop them. But usually the interview pattern remains the same. Just that, they may want to, each panel may want to comfort you in different ways. So they may just ask you some questions on you or, on your favorite subject, but they will judge you on the actual question that they give you and how you solve that question.
And ma'am, I found some past interview scripts where they asked about, I think, Ricardian or something. So international trade, I think it's a bit old, 2019-20, I guess. So is there a possibility that side?
See, from last 4-5 years, they have never ever asked that.
Okay.
In fact, not even in PEA, they have asked a lot of this. I mean, they have been very, very focused on micro, macro, and maths. Macro also bit less, micro and maths more. So I don't think there is a possibility that they may ask international. But again, I mean, we are aware of the concept anyhow. So you can just skim through those concepts, but I would suggest you to do micro mein monopoly, game theory, intertemporal very well, and macro mein solo model and ISLM model very well. This is the labor market very well. This is majorly from where they may ask you questions.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Best of luck, huh? Do well.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.